Barcelona. Have you guys saw the report that they're thinking about manufacturing their own kits? Like they may end their sponsorship with Nike. Now, I mean, how long has Nike been Barcelona's kit maker? It got to be at least the last 20, 30 years, right? I mean, since I've been alive, I feel like all the kits that I've seen from Barcelona have been Nike. I ain't seen nothing else. Maybe I'm going crazy. But yeah, this could be something that shakes up the footballing world. And I saw a lot of people, making jokes and calling Barça broke. So they're just trying to find ways to make money. But I actually don't think this is that bad of an idea. Maybe I'm just by myself here. And I did have a joke where I was like, yeah, La Masia is about to turn into a sweatshop. Because if they got to manufacture their own kits, then it's over. But this is not a bad idea. And I think if Barcelona are successful with doing it, which I think they will be, I think other clubs will follow suit because they're going to be able to keep 100% of the profit. And I'm always trying to be objective. Like, I'm not a biased Real Madrid fan. And when I think that something makes sense, what's the problem? Like, if Barcelona can figure out a way to manufacture their own kits, their own pre-match stuff, right? All their gear, and then they sell that to the masses, that's going to make them hundreds of millions a season. Like, think about it. Barca are arguably the second biggest club in the world. We know that they're a shambles right now, right? Like, they're not what they used to be. But let's not act like the fanfare is not there for them. Now, I don't know why anybody would pick Barcelona when Real Madrid are right there. I mean, like, the answer seems obvious, but I get it. People love Messi, whatever. But Barca probably generate, how much money would you say per season? I'm saying anywhere from 600 to 700 million Barcelona generate in revenue. And I'm pretty sure that the gear that they make, well, that Nike makes them, right? So like their kits, their training shirts, headbands, whatever, bandanas, scarves, that factors in. I would say that probably plays maybe alongside ticket sales. That's probably up there with what generates most of their revenue. Now, imagine if they can find a way to make all these clothing items, all these kits, etc., and then they don't have to split the profit with anybody. Because, Nike's going to take a cut. Now, I don't know how much Nike takes, but I don't think this is a bad idea. So I'm being honest. Like, why shouldn't they try it? Barca definitely have the resources to do it. They would know people. They would be able to make good kits. Maybe at first, it might not be the best, but after a season or two, why not? And this will make them hundreds of millions. And we know that Barca, they're kind of skint at the moment. So they definitely do need to find a way to make some bread. And this, to me, good idea. But the kits got to be good quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have it and, your kits is ripping and they look cheap and they feel like they was made in like a Chinese sweatshop and you guys only paid them 5 cents. No. These got to be some high quality kits and the designs got to look good. And I think Barca, they got to try to sign a marquee player whenever they decide to do that. Because even though I think people will buy their kits anyways, because they are Barcelona, arguably the second biggest club in the world. So I think that their kits will sell regardless. But if they go to manufacturing their own, then you got to get a marquee signing through the door that's going to really drive sales like immediately. But hey, people, don't laugh at it, man, because I'm telling you, if this is a successful idea, I do expect other clubs to follow them for sure, especially when you realize how much Barca could be making from that. But yeah, I did want to touch on that though, because I thought that was interesting. Because I'm like, has any club ever done that? I'm sure maybe there's smaller teams that do it that we don't know about, but a team like Barcelona of that level to say we're not going to partner with an Adidas, Nike, Puma, we want to make it ourselves. Nah, that's a game changer right there. And if I'm them, I'm doing it. Why not? But then it's like you're taking a gamble though still, because Nike, they do pay you a large amount of money regardless of how many kits get sold. So let's say if not that many people buy Barca's kits for this 1 year, you're still making the same amount of money, right? And I don't know how big their deal is with Nike, but I'm sure it's worth maybe 100 million, something like that, or maybe even more than that. But yeah, so this is a gamble, but I think the Barca brand is big enough to where they can sustain themselves with the merch for sure if they can make it themselves. And hey, maybe what you do in a year or two, you see if Messi want to come back for like half a season, boom, you guys are minted. But